lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and it's now time. The cast announcement for Puppy Love. I am once again joined here by Itzmimichan.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
So, we're going to be announcing one by one each of the characters and who got them, and also a bit about the audition procedure, because we need to vent to someone. Do you have any idea how many auditions we had to go through?
It was over 80.
It was exactly 80. 80 auditions! So we were there for, no joke, 5 hours going through these auditions. So if you're not happy with our decision, then, you know, we might have been slightly delirious, but we feel like we did a good job.
Yes, just, if you are not happy, just get out. Wasting my time.
Oh dear. If you're unhappy and you know it, post in the comments.
If you're unhappy and you know it, clap your hands.
Yeah, just have a whole list of people going, "This is so bad. I auditioned for so many characters and I did not get any because my audition was so great." Just everyone posting. No, but okay. Let's get on with the actual announcements. So first of all, because we didn't do this in alphabetical order or anything like that, we're going to start with Marcia first. So, Marcia was an alright one in terms of it was an average one to cast. Some of them were very easy, some were very difficult. Marcia was just okay. For this one, we were particularly looking for the range of caring and shocked, because in between the actual line that she says what do you mean you can't reverse the surgery, we needed something to be very grand, what do you mean you can't reverse the surgery, actual panic, because it's gone horribly wrong. So in that regard, that's what we were looking for the most, to see who was able to capture that element of shock, but then also the resolve of saying, I am sure that I want this, and this is me. This is, I just remember The Greatest Showman now. Okay. But yes, the person who got this role is Gabby Uwu, also known as Mighty Gabby. So yes, this person, plenty people managed to nail either the resolved I'm sure, or the what do you mean you can't reverse the surgery, but Gabby was one of few that managed to actually nail them both. So that's what we're kind of looking for there. Part of the reason of getting 2 lines as well. So there we go. In terms of the range, Gabby has demonstrated that more so than anyone else. So congratulations to you.
Yes. The next one is Veronica. Was Veronica a hard role to pick, I think?
Oh yes, it was. This is the second most auditioned role we had.
And this was a hard role, and I wanted so many people to play it. Veronica? What is she like? Isn't she sassy?
Well, yes, to an extent, and we're also kind of thinking there's two resigned as to what's happening, leave her alone, she's a lost cause or something like that. It's some people are slightly beneath her, if anything. So yeah, someone who managed to actually show that they'd actually be above everyone else. Mimi, this is your one to audition to announce.
Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't say the name. The person who got it was X.Bubble Gum Pepper.X.
Yep. No one's called Bob in these things, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Honestly, I can't remember exactly why we ended up choosing Bubblegum Pepper in the end. I think it just boiled down to whether who had roles already that we didn't want to double cast too much, or whether it was the mastering of each of the roles. I think it was also a bit like the Marcia thing, where it was both of the lines needed to be, pretty much spot on in order for us to actually pick for this one, particularly with more people going for them. Alright, next up is Syra. So Syra actually Well, it was an interesting one because not many people went for her, but also she actually is a more predominant role, so we actually needed someone who was actually able to do that and sounds quite motherly. A lot of the people who went for Syra and for some of the other like parent figures like Marsha, for example, did sound quite young. And there's no reason you can't go for a mother character if you are young, but you've got to be prepared to be able to make your voice a little bit older. And also not sacrifice, emotional depth at the same time, because Syra is very much an emotionally driven character. That's basically what informs a lot of the conflict of puppy love, actually. So that was a very important aspect for us. So, the person who got this role was Dino Caroline. Caroline has proven to Evan that she can deepen her voice to sound more motherly, and also that she can portray the actual anger that we were looking for in Syra from the second line, and well, just overall generally quite good. So yeah, thanks, congratulations to Caroline.
Yay! Number 4, Robert. I don't know much about him. He's just the receptionist. Jacob, you want to talk more about him? Because I honestly don't know.
Okay, fine. So he was more of a functional character that kind of appeared once. Maybe we're gonna add him later. We're 6 episodes into the story, so we've got more potential for the supporting cast to come back in. But for this guy, it was just a thick British accent. He was there to register Nathan as he arrived at the camp, because it's all set in a camp, and, well, not all of it, but a lot of it. And, yeah, but...
I just realized they don't know who Nathan is.
I mean, you don't know who Nathan is?
No, they don't know who Nathan is. We've never said Nathan's name.
That's true, yeah, we didn't, talk about that. We didn't say who it actually was. So yeah, but basically Nathan is one of the main protagonists, alongside Darius. If anything, it takes a bit more of a center stage than Darius, because we start from his perspective. So yeah, that was actually taken by Mimi already. And Robert is actually taken by me, because none of the actual auditions struck us as particularly what we're looking for Robert. And well, actually no, one of them did, but it was too similar to a one that was coming up later that we wanted to save this person for. So I just decided to take the role myself. It's a very small part, so it's not like it's going to really matter too much. And yeah, just get myself in my own show. Why not? I mean, that can't really harm anyone, can it? Okay, next up we have Monitor Monty. So Monitor Monty, like a lot of characters in this, is based on slight real-life events that I ended up engaging in. So yeah, he was kind of from when I went to this into this zoo area or something like that, and it was called Faunia. I'm not sure, but the guy there, I based it off him. He was kind of a slightly annoying jokester who wants to always be the funny man, but never quite manages to get there. So that's why we had the well Fonda Nathan Fonda, after Nathan introduces himself as Fonda Nathan Fonda, that kind of thing. And yeah, some people missed that because we didn't give the context for any of these lines, because we're keeping the script to ourselves for now, because obviously if too many people know what's going to happen, then what's the point of watching. So we didn't establish that, but basically we're looking for some cheerful guy who cracks some bad jokes, a bit like Julius in a way. So yeah, the person who ended up with this role is AlexOpio. Yeah, Alex didn't necessarily get the Fonda Nathan Fonda line F1, but he did manage to actually...
Ow!
And, are you okay?
Sorry, I just hit my hand on my desk.
I guess I'll get to see that when I edit this.
Ow!
So in terms of Alex, yes, as I was saying, he actually managed to get his own spin on it. It's have himself checking the register, and kind of it almost this is like the only time when it was supposed to sound like something was being read, but not like he was actually reading the line himself. It's difficult to explain, but it felt right. So there you go. Congratulations to Alex.
Yeah. Next one is Montour Mikey. He's straightforward and nice, but he does have some authority in him, which was what we were looking for, to be honest, or at least, yeah. Jacob, you want to say anything else about him?
Not particularly. No, he was sort of like the middleman. I mean, if anything, like Monitor Mikey is actually funny to the audience, but not necessarily to the actual kids themselves. So if anything, he ends up being funnier than Monty, but for all the right reasons. I guess that's the only thing that might be said there.
And the person who took that role was Dylan.
Yeah, once again proving that he can actually sound like a teacher figure, because he did actually get the role of Ivan Matveich when we cast Stromanov, which, by the way, the reason that hasn't happened yet is because a lot of stuff behind the scenes going on, but now I've got 2 people working on this series, so it's not going anywhere. But yes, there's not really much to say about that, other than the fact that he just was better than everyone else. So yeah, congratulations to Dylan.
Jacob, you're so mean!
Well, that's why we end up casting these people. They're better than the other people who went for the same parts. Right? Anyway,
Okay.
Monitor Maisie. So Monitor Maisie actually comes in rather late to the story, but is like mentioned and built up before that. She's actually like more of a serious figure in a way. So it's not like the other 2 monitors who either are funny to the audience or unfunny to the kids or something like that. No, she just is a straight up monitor. So I guess we just want someone who can portray a straight up monitor. So the person who portrays a straight up monitor is Melon. And so I can't remember exactly what it was about the audition, but again, I guess it was just the nailing both of the lines and becoming a straight up monitor. So congratulations, Melon, you are a straight up monitor. Can I say that more than once in a sentence? Yes, straight up monitor, straight up monitor. Okay, bye.
Okay, number 8, my dudes, is jealousy. There were a lot of really good jealousies, but someone just texted me. We really there were a ton of good jealousies. Jealousy is basically this mental thing in your brain. Well, not in your brain, but for Nathan, he is a real person, but I don't think most of the campers can see him. I don't think so.
No one else can see him.
Yeah, no one else can see him. Basically, he's just the bad-mouthing Nathan to himself, making him feel really down, which happens to a lot of us, to be honest. And the person who got this role, because he insults and bullies me, is Jacob Butters. Jacob Butters.
That is not the reason I wanted to do this part. That's the only audition that I did in the chat, so like everyone else can have the other ones. But with jealousy, I felt like a particular vision to him, because like me was trying to say, he is only in Nathan's head, and he is kind of like a sleazy figure. So it's not necessarily like he bullies Nathan, but he incites negative emotions into him, which is basically what jealousy does anyway. So with that in mind, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this a go. This is like a really fun character to portray, and he's there for like 1 episode and goes. So that's why not? And yeah, others seem to actually like it. So there you go. So next up we have Debbie. Debbie was actually a late addition because Mimi forgot to make a character card for her, so we never actually put any of the lines up. But then I realized that we shouldn't like run a second casting for this, so I'm just gonna put the actual lines here. So sorry to anyone who missed out on the chance to be this character, but there you go. I guess the one person who managed to actually nab the role in time was in fact Star Destinot, or as we like to say, because we like to pronounce this name with a French accent for some reason, Star Destino. I mean, seriously, like, if that's not how you pronounce your name right now, it really should be, because it sounds amazing.
That's your name from now on. I am sorry. If you don't want to be called that, well, too bad. That's your name.
Congratulations, you are now Star Destino.
You have... Star Destino has evolved. Dun, 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 dun. To Star Destino.
Not only you Star Destino, but you are also Debbie. So congratulations for that.
Yes. Number 10. Kendra. Kendra is...
Another late addition, actually. Again, same issue, me needing to make a character card.
Yeah, I don't know much about Kendra. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, Kendra is sort of like more of a reactionary character. She's in like the main crowd of the campers, and she has and basically she's almost like, you know, just a regular kid interacting while everything else is going on. So she sometimes like has a bit of a funny moment, or like invites Nathan and Darius along with everyone else and everything. So she does have a very functional role, and one that's also entertaining. So I guess that's basically her function. It's not like it's anything, you know, super deep, but then again, she's 10. Doesn't need to be.
Yeah. And the person who got Kendra is... AC 9123. I'm not good with numbers, so I'm not putting that all together.
Yes, AC 9123, who didn't go for anyone else actually. So I'm guessing they were like a later edition. But yeah, one that was actually definitely appreciated. And while I'm thinking we probably need to actually play up the bit of the line about the cold water, we'll work on that through direction, because again, we won't like offering direction for this because we're trying to see what people can do raw. So, because obviously with, you know, working with better raw talent means better outcome in general. So there you go. Congratulations to AC9123. Okay. Next up, we have a double barrel, actually. It was two twins, Eric and Ernie. And we thought because they're twins, we may as well just give them the exact same voice actor. And unfortunately we did, because out of 80 auditions, only 2 people went for these characters. For some reason, I don't know if it was because I added them too late or something, or people just didn't notice. Or maybe they thought, oh well, Darius is the main boy, I'm not auditions for like the other boys or something. So yeah, I guess they just weren't as popular or something. But there's no less an achievement to actually get them, of course. And that achievement goes to Onion Boy, also known as Norland. Again, another fun way of pronouncing your name. If you want to change your name back to anything, I recommend Norland.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting having everyone in the cast to see what, and just how we mangled their names. But yes, congratulations to you, Onion Boy / Norland.
Yes. Okay. Next one. Adonis.
Adonis, yeah.
Adonis. He is Darius's father. Jacob.
Oh, alright, you want me again. If you couldn't tell, I wrote most of the show. Right. So, yeah, Adonis is actually named that because we thought like it would be like a clever comparison to the guy who managed to actually win over Aphrodite, because obviously Marcia's like revered as such a figure of beauty, and there is Adonis alongside. But he's basically like a regular guy, if anything. Like, of course, you know, his wife has this amazing crazy life or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, he's there whenever she comes back home and everything like that. So and obviously one of the lines was he's a stay-at-home dad as well. So just basically a role of like, you know, make everyone in his family happy, because, you know, he has 5 kids, so, you know, he's got his own share of torments and exhaustions to deal with, rather than having like the amazing like model world or anything like that. All while wearing a smile. So you gotta like the guy, of course.
He's a good dad. A good daddy. So the person who got that role is THEOfficialAlexOpio, I guess.
Yep. So yeah, actually, so Alex actually did manage to like they give like the very happy actual persona of him, because again, Adonis doesn't have like too much of a range to him. Like, yes, he was like has like been at the beginning. He has the opening line of "Are you sure about this?" That's the opening line, by the way. Fun fact. And that obviously like sounded like more natural coming from Alex. You can tell that, you know, whatever, you know, he feels like concern towards whoever he's speaking to. We didn't know it was Marcia at the time, but you know, we did, and we interpreted it that way, so we cast him. So yeah, congratulations to Alex. Next up is Reggie. Reggie Rochester. He's a bit of a side character at the moment. He doesn't really have too much presence, but we think you're giving him more because he's such a character, he's such a persona. Because obviously he has one line, but it's the one that's, you know, everyone like panicked over when they saw it in the Discord chat, where it's like, oh no, it's a massive paragraph, ooh. But that's the thing, like sometimes these characters like talk for a long time. I mean, if you've seen The Mutant Girl, you'll know how much Morwenna can talk, or Pop can do. We give a speech at the end. So it happens sometimes, and people gotta know how to deal with that. And the person who dealt with that the best was AJC is alive. Sorry if I'm butchering that username, but there you go. So yeah, honestly, like he brought everything to that character, and some people misinterpreted like what I was actually going for with that, but he knew exactly the kind of like fashion photographer idea that I was going for. So there you go, a worldly viewpoint from a worldly man. So congratulations to AJ.
Next person is Leslie. Oh my god, this one was so hard because there was over like 14 auditions for her, I think. And yeah.
Out of 80 people, nearly a fifth of the auditions were for this one character.
Yes, like, and this, we don't know why she was so popular.
I do, actually. I think that the reason is because she was like the first like girl character that everyone saw, like that was around their age. I did say to people, if you to maximize your chances, if you were a young girl going for an audition, which a lot of people were, you know, you could actually audition for the young boys as well, because they're that age where the voices aren't so different. I mean, bear in mind that Mimi herself is playing a boy in this series, so it can happen. But plenty of people didn't see that, or just didn't register that part of the video, and I guess everyone just went, oh, okay, yeah, girl character, Leslie, yes, give me please. Which of course meant that less people had the chance of getting that role in the first place, instead of spreading it out a bit.
Yeah.
But there you go, that's show business for you. Even though she's not like the main character or anything.
Leslie, which is a girl that I wanted also, but like, I want to be a main character.
You already, by the time that we'd started like auditioning and casting the show, you already were Nathan.
Listen, I don't want to listen.
Like, I mean, this is the thing, that she didn't just want to be like the main character, she was completely sold on Nathan's characterization. It wasn't just because it was like the series we were working on together, and like even before that, it was going to be like purely on my channel before we decided to share the load and like see what we can do together. She wanted that main character so much because she liked the actual characterization of him, and I can see the similarities between like his personality and Mimi's just slightly. There is a lot of difference, but a lot of similarity too. But in terms of actual Leslie, let's see who got the role.
Leslie is Stardust Crusader.
Yep, another one of the people who auditioned on YouTube, actually. A lot of people who were from Discord as well, so if you look up the Puppy Love hashtag, you'll see very few examples of this, but actually one of them is from Stardust Crusader, one's in Bubble Gum Pepper as well. But yes, so Stardust Crusader, we were very, very, very picky with this role because of the amount of people who went through it. So basically, if there was any like slight deviation from our vision of how the character went, we just said no. Or if you had a role already, then we said no. So that was, so basically either Stardust either lucked out on guessing exactly what we were going for, or just got it from pure talent, or maybe both. Who knows? But congratulations either way. Last but not least, the one who was supposed to be the big one, Darius. So Darius is, of course, the one who is the main love interest. He's the deuteragonist. He is the second main character in the whole show, and most of the scenes within the show, because again, I was trying to capture sort of the Mimi style in a way when I was writing this. I thought, I'm going to focus a lot on Nathan and Darius. So Darius does have a lot more to say than other characters proportionally. So, I mean, he is also actually based on someone that I knew in real life, and also a name of somebody else I knew in real life. It's two separate scenarios here. I just thought that I might as well use a bit of personal experience here, because unlike Taming the Bad Boy, personal experience here is a good thing. Yes, so the person who got that role of the main love interest of the show is BB Butter. Yep. Out of the people who went through it, some of them were maybe too old for the role, and some of them maybe didn't actually show as much passion. You had to have the whole variety of the actual character, because we gave 3 lines instead of 2, because again, he's such a big focus, and each line shows a different bit of range, because obviously, with a major character on screen, you've got to have more range, and BB Butter was able to demonstrate more range than anyone else who went for that part. So of course, congratulations to him. And of course, another congratulations to everyone who was involved in and got a role. Commiserations to those who didn't, but there will always be more shows, more shows in GLVA as well, because that server, as you've noticed now, is being used to pitch other shows, and will keep on being used as a source of voice acting auditions for hopefully a long time. We don't want this to die out after this, and we'll also be probably posting the actual episodes on there, because they'll be in between both of our channels. So we'll make sure to keep a list there, as well as a playlist on YouTube. We'll figure it out.
Yes, you will. Is it time to say bye?
Yeah, we didn't really have a closing statement there. That was kind of.
Okay. Ready, set, bye.
Oh right, I thought you were doing a bit of an outro. Sorry. But yeah, to anyone else.
Bye from my ugly face. Bye.
Okay, I guess I'll do my outro then. Please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Stay tuned for the actual series coming hopefully very soon. And on that note, subscribe to Mimi as well if you're on my channel. Subscribe to me if you're on Mimi's channel. And on that note, until next time, farewell.